We are currently living in a tiny house in Scotland on an island. It's kind of our dream house. Being here has really solidified how much one of our long-term goals is to have a tiny home of our own. So yeah, we're no longer living in the van after 3 years of full-time van life. We are settled for the time being, for the summer. We're living and working on the Isle of Islay, which is a Scottish island in the Inner Hebrides, and we've already worked a season on this island, so it feels really good to be back. We were kind of nervous whether our memories of it the first time round were accurate, whether we'd seen it through rose-tinted glasses. But now we're back here, it's just as incredible as I remember it being. When we're here, we just feel really free and lighter, I guess. Island life really attracts us because of the slower pace of life, the simplicity that exists here. There's no massive supermarkets, there's no roundabouts, there's no motorways, there's no warehouses and factories. The biggest industries that exist on this island are the whiskey industry and I would say probably animal agriculture. In a way, we are escaping some of the things about modern life that make it quite stressful. Obviously, it's a false sense of escapism because those things still exist and we still live within that system. Another thing we really like about islands is that it's instant community. You're instantly integrated into the island. People know of you, they know who you're married to, they know where you work. That kind of passes on the grapevine. On an island, you do rely on your neighbours a lot more. Because of that separation from the mainland, there's just this undercurrent of knowing that we need each other more and we rely on each other and our community is important. I definitely feel that being on Islay, and this time round I've got a job as well. This isn't the first time I've been in a place of work for about 12 years. So it's a big shift for me. It took a lot for me to get used to. I kind of felt like I was transported back to the Holly I was in my early 20s when I was a waitress the last time. And I was feeling a lot of worries that maybe I hadn't grown in the way I'd hoped to in the past decade or so, because I was still struggling with the role of waitressing in the same way I did in my early 20s. I just felt like I hadn't evolved very much. I think it was just like new job jitters, and gradually over the weeks I have been feeling more comfortable. I also think having a job in an establishment with other workers does just make you feel more connected to other people, because the last time I was on Islay I was purely working from the van as a freelance illustrator, so I was a bit separated and I did feel isolated and a bit like a weirdo. So what else has happened since I last made a YouTube video? I cut all my hair off. I cut my hair when we were in Spain. I just got sick of it and I just really wanted to get rid of the bleach. So you can still see I've got a bit of blonde down the bottom, but I've chopped off most of the bleach that I've been patiently growing out for the past 3 years. I do definitely miss having long hair. I really want to grow it again, like double the length of it basically. I want to be a lady with long hair that I can plait and feel like a hippie. So that's my plan. I don't think I realised that my hair has got so many different colours in it. Obviously it's got some greys coming through as I get closer to 40, but it's also got like some natural highlights and there's like streaks of red. Some of my hair strands are just like bright red. I did wonder about maybe trying to dye my hair with some henna to like accentuate some of the red in my hair, but I don't actually know if that will really suit me. I've always kind of thought that I suited more cool toned hair, hence why I had that icy white blonde. I think I'm just going to stay natural. I like the healthiness of my hair and hopefully it will grow nice and quickly. So yeah, we're back in Scotland now and really loving it. Also really feeling that maybe van life is over. For multiple reasons. I think we're like listening for the signs and hearing them. I think it's a lot to do with where I am at the moment with my art career. I'm really feeling like there's a huge shift happening in the world with AI and I need to try and work out how I can at least maintain some of my income coming from my work as an artist. I would really like that. Although I've gone back into hospitality work, I don't want to do it full time. It's such hard work, so So much respect to everyone who works full-time in hospitality, because it is exhausting. I really feel like a big negative shift is coming for artists and creatives. There's going to be a huge unemployment event unfolding. It's already unfolding. The industry is shrinking. The job opportunities are becoming extinct. I really need to pivot my business, work out how I can continue being an artist, because obviously, like, I've been to uni to become an illustrator. This is what I'm trained in. This is what I've always wanted to do, and for over a decade I was very successful, I was useful, people were hiring me, I'm published. Of course there will still be commercial illustrators, but the industry will shrink so much that people won't be able to do it full time. I don't think. There will be a few lucky, very prestigious commercial illustrators that people will want to hire so that they can have the name attached to their projects, but I think for people like me, people who are lower down the rungs on the ladder, there might not be any job opportunities in the future, in the very near future. Yeah, I want to talk about my thoughts on that and my worries, and share how I'm pivoting and also growing as an artist, because commercial illustration is mostly over and I've worked to become more commercial in order to support myself. So now that that's over, what is the point in being commercial? Maybe I should be more kooky, maybe I should express myself more, make art that's a bit more strange and weird. It doesn't really serve a commercial purpose, because maybe that's what the AI takeover is telling me. I feel like I'm leaning more towards that. People who make things with their hands. I'm looking at other artists more than I ever have before, just to be inspired by them. People who are brave and expressive and, yeah, making things come to life with their hands. I think it's so important and uplifting and gives me hope in these really horrible, dark times. So that's where I'm going to be focusing my attention as well. I think in terms of like the big societal shift that's coming, the AI takeover being one thing, and then also climate change being another, the rise in fascism and the popularity of far-right politics, I think that the future is going to be very unstable. We need to be trying to forge some stability, looking for a house to live in, looking for a big garden or a little bit of land, so that we can start learning about being more self-sufficient. That's something I think about all the time, is that I want to learn how to grow my own food. As well as that, I also would like to share this lovely island with you. So if you'd like to see slow living on a small Scottish island with me, then please do carry on watching my videos and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I think that's the end of this update from me. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you are still here, if you'd like to support me on Patreon, I would really appreciate it. I'm making lots of videos over on Patreon on my second tier, and then also I have another tier which is for any other kind of posts and occasional videos, and also my newsletter. Also, I just wanted to mention a couple of fundraisers. I'm still in contact nearly a year later with Amir and his family in Gaza. We speak every day, so I feel like we're really good friends, and he's a very important person in our life, and his family has a fundraiser and they're really struggling with food prices at the moment. They're often not eating sufficient amounts, and they have also recently been displaced again for like the 12th time or something. They're now living back in a tent on a beach. If you have any money, please could you donate to his fundraiser, and consider donating regularly if you can. And then also Amir's brother, Ahmed, he is a new father. Him and his wife recently welcomed their first little baby into the world. Their baby's just a few months old, and they are really struggling as well to afford formula and nappies. Like many women in Gaza, Ahmed's wife has not been able to eat enough food to produce breast milk, so they need to feed their baby through formula. It's essential. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine bringing a new life into the world and to have your body so depleted of nutrients because you're being starved during a genocide? I have so much admiration for Ahmed and his wife. They are so strong to have survived through this and to be taking care of their new baby. So please support them if you can. I will leave their fundraiser linked as well. Yeah, that's everything from me today. I hope you're doing good. Please let me know what you think of this video. If you are also thinking about AI a lot, and also thinking about self-sufficiency a lot, and climate collapse and societal breakdown, and if things feel really heavy and weird for you, and they have done for years, because that's what it's been like for me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Bye.